Okay, so I tried this example once before, but the video or the audio was not working properly. So I'm going to go through the problem again. This is problem 32 in section 2.5, and we're dealing with a rectangle. The length of the rectangle is 4 inches more than 3 times the width. So the length of the rectangle is being written in terms of the width. So when we're talking about a geometry problem and we're talking about a rectangle, my first step then is to draw a rectangle. So that's what I did over here. I drew a rectangle, and it said that the length of the rectangle, so the length is your longer side, is 4 inches more. So I knew I needed to add 4 plus, that's what the more meant, then 3 times the width. Well, I didn't know the width of this rectangle either. So I let the width of the x rectangle, which is your shorter side, I let that equal x. So then when I let that equal x, then my length becomes 4 plus 3 times w. So 4 plus 3x. Then the next thing I did is I wrote down the perimeter is 72 inches. And remember, the perimeter is the distance around the outside of an object. So all you need to do is add up all the different sides of the rectangle to come up with your perimeter. So the two long sides are going to have the same length in a rectangle, and the two short sides are going to have the same width in the rectangle. So all I had to do was find two sides, the width and the length, and then I automatically knew the other two sides. So now I'm just adding up all the different sides. I have x plus 4 plus 3x plus x plus 4 plus 3x. That's every single side added together, and that's got to give me my perimeter of 72 inches. Then we're going to go ahead and simplify. We're going to combine like terms, so we have x, 3x, x, and 3x. Adding up all those x's gives you 8x. Then we added up the constants, which were 4 and 4, which gave me 8. So I had 8x plus 8 is equal to 72. Then you can see the beginnings of, we're going to subtract 8 from both sides, which is what we did right here. Subtracted 8 from both sides. These 8's cancel out, and I've left over with 8x equals 64. Then I want to get the x by itself. I'm going to divide both sides by 8. X equals 64 divided by 8, which is 8. And what were we talking about here? We're talking about a length of inches. So x is equal to 8 inches. Well, x is representing what? My width. So when I say x is equal to 8 inches, this is the width. Then to find the length, I'm going to take 4 plus 3x. So 4 plus 3, what's x? 8, which gives me 4 plus 24, which is 28 inches. So my width is x, which is 8 inches, and my length is 4 plus 3x, which is 28 inches. And then what I did was I checked. I said, well, if this is 8 inches, and this is 8 inches, and this is 28, and this is 28, I should be able to add them all up, and they should add up to my perimeter of 72 inches. And that's what I did here. 8 plus 28 plus 8 plus 28, does that equal 72? And when you sum all these guys together, yes, it does. So it checks.